Hey, cheeky. Look at her. You. Right. Let's see how we're diddling today. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking you with me on a long reining session with Fearn that I videoed with the GoPro. We're going to be looking at what was good and what's not. There's a lot that's not about that session. As always, these videos, I just want to say, are not designed to be teaching or training anybody anything. They're literally me documenting what I'm doing, and I am very much an amateur. I am not a professional. I'm actually backing my first horse for the very first time in this process of doing this and being kindly sharing it with you. So be kind. But I find that video is one of the best tools to help me review what I'm doing outside of the moment, to be able to pick up on things that I maybe didn't at the time, or see how much worse it was than I thought it was, or how much better it was than I thought it was, to help me improve and get better. So let's go ahead and get started. So here we are, ready to go. I will say that this is Fearn's first session back after about 3 weeks off. She had a little sit in the box and wasn't right for a few days. So today we're taking it super easy. I have hand walked her around the arena first. I would normally free school a little bit, but I just want to take it super easy on her and see how she's going before we do that. She's just coming from the field. She's super sluggish, to say the least. And that move off from walk was really slow. And let's just talk about how we totally missed that entire corner. And as you'll see, this right corner is going to be a subject of today, because we totally missed that corner as well. I'm taking it super easy on her. We're just getting started. I'm not really, pushing her around too much. But those are little things that I shouldn't be letting slip. I have sped this up because it is just a lot of walking, a lot of turns, a lot of bends, a lot of small circles, just to get her body moving, and it would have been incredibly boring and very long watching us do the whole entire walk process. But that's basically what we're doing. I'm just working now to get her listening, because before I just wanted her to go forward, to be confident in front, and I wasn't really worried too much about exactly where she was going. But now I'm starting to say, okay, no, I would like you to go right into that corner, or go right to the letter before you turn. Just setting up a standard for the future, so she always knows what the right thing is to do. And yeah, so we're just taking our time, having a nice relaxed time. I try to do everything in as relaxed way as possible, so it's enjoyable for her. I try to be patient and teach her the right thing, and have patience with her, knowing that she is very young, because she's only 3. So we're just doing some small circles. And what I've realized today in this session, and that's why I tell you video is just so useful, is that you'll see now when she goes into trot in a moment that actually what I've started to realize is she does actually find it harder to go around the corners on the left rein. She actually falls in through her shoulder through the left rein, especially in that darker corner. I don't know if she's trying to avoid it. But you can see if she picks up trot, she actually moves left, misses that corner, completely falls in through that corner. And so I bring her around on a circle, realizing that that's what she's done. And what I'm finding really difficult is to get her out of the corner and back onto the straight. She tends to fall in and then try cut across and go where she wants to go because it's easier. So this was one of the biggest things that I picked up from today's training. I'm coming back round there and trying to make it a little bit better. But again, I find it really difficult to get her straight up onto the wall. So this has been a really good session for me to pick up on that. And it's the next video you'll see, I actually get some cavaletti blocks and put them in each corner of the school to help make her better shape and go around the outside and into the corner a little bit better. So I didn't like that move off from walk and response to the aid at all. So I came back round, halted again.
Okay.
And then I tried to take her right to the wall because she just completely went her own way around that corner. She tries it again there. And then I pull her back out and say, no, we're going to go up to the track before we turn. She does it a little bit better. I should have gone straight for B and then turn, but something to work on. Now you'll see on this rein, she finds it an awful lot easier naturally to go into the corners and make a better shape with her body around the corners. So that I'm really noticing here. Yeah, so that is, like I said before, being the biggest takeout for me today. We do a little circle here, and again, she wants to go straight or left, and I say no, or either that or it's a little difficult, so she gives a little bit of a head shake. So I bring her around again and say, come on, this is what I want. She can see she tries to pull left again, but not as much, so I let her have a little break because she did go back and do it nicely. Now what you can't see here is I'm asking her to go left of that box. And she's like, well, no, we never go left of it, so we'll go right. And I'm like, no, I really did mean let's go left. And then she's like, well, oh, there's a hay net there. We'll just stop for a snack. So I'm saying, come on, come on. She's like, I'll go right. No, come on, come on, come on. And bless her, she does really well squeezing through that narrow space. And I've cut some of the walk breaks out because you don't really need to see all of that, but you'll see she's not that wobbly. She's very smart. She's trying to anticipate where I'm going to ask her to go, and if you touch her slightly on one side, she will go to turn. So you've got to be really careful, and I need to be better at helping her guide her straight. So from here, I'm going to ask her to go up into trot, I think, in this corner, but I ask her to immediately go across the diagonal as well, which she does really well. Bit wobbly, going in which direction.
Good girl.
And then you'll see as she goes to this corner again, massive falling in and trying to avoid it. But on this corner on the other rein, you'll see she makes a much easier, better shape to get around the corner. So really highlighting where we need to work with that. Finish up today's session because I'm really happy with how she's done and got my notes for what we need to work on.
And whoa, this leg, good girl.
So as you see when we stand there, I am making sure that she's stood square. I try to do that every time I ask for stands, so she knows that that's what's expected every time.
Go on. Stand, good girl.
Apologies for the panting. Obviously I've been running around behind her and I'm very out of breath.
Well done. I think that'll do for today. Stand. No. Go back where you were. Stand. There. Go on. Backward. Go. Stand. Good girl. Untie her and leave her loose. Although some people will be cringing inside because I want her to know that she has just got to stand still without somebody being there.
What I mean is that she can hold herself still and she doesn't have somebody there saying stand still. She knows that she's got to stand still on her own.
Stand. Stand. So I want to be able to move away, I want to be able to go to a back leg, I want to be able to go to a saddle. without her moving off. But we're looking at the puddy cat, he's not going to hurt you. Ah. Remember, you're with me, not the cat. Good girl. I want to be able to take a tail bandage off on my own if I go to a show. Good girl. Well done.
So there you go. I tried to keep this one short and sweet. My main takeouts from watching this session back is that, number one, we obviously need to work on the left rein and whether it's a little bit of crookedness or why we're falling out on that left shoulder. The great thing is I can also show this to my trainer and my chiropractor who's coming this week, and just let them have a look and see if there's anything that we need to do to help with that as well. As I mentioned before in the video, the next video that I'll upload is I've put Cavaletti pull blocks out in the corners to help her move and go, help me be more conscious and help her move around the corners better and easier as well, to stop her just falling out through them. The other thing was she was walking at a very slow pace. I know we were just taking it casual, but at the end of the day, it is always best to set the standard so they always know what you expect of them. And so I would have loved a better move off when asked from walk. It wasn't quite sharp enough. It was a little bit, whoa, and the walk itself was a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish. She was a bit tired because she had come in from the field, but those are my takeouts and things that I'll be working on and have given me stuff to think about for the next sessions. As I said below, there's another session coming of us doing the similar thing but with the Cavalettis at blocks in the corners. And then I've got another one of her at the mountain block, just doing a little bit, standing at the mountain block, moving up to it nicely, standing nicely, going up and down the mountain block, leaning over a little bit, etc. So I will be posting those out. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure, this is a new venture for me. And if you enjoyed it, I would love your support. So if you can like this video, if you enjoyed it, drop any comments that you've got or your thoughts down below. Please be nice. And if you subscribe to the channel or even hit the bell icon, then you'll make sure that you get updates and notifications so that you can catch those other videos when they come out. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.